What a blessing it is to have you with us today. All right. Unfortunately, the engineer was a little lacking. Me, guilty as charged. All right. Thought I had us on live and we were still in a sleeping mode. But anyway, nevertheless, we have a really good show for you today. And we're going to be dealing with one area, the risk, the focus, the reward. We're talking about building and starting your business. You know, every business venture is a risk, every single one. It doesn't matter what um, what type of business you're endeavoring to build. It's a risk, okay, and it will be like that until you realize that that's how business works. All right, all businesses are risk. Sometimes people have small businesses, and you start somewhere, right? They start with maybe selling cologne or selling fragrances, put it like that, or maybe selling hair weaves, right? And they sell something small, but that doesn't matter. Business is business, and every business has a risk. So what's the risk? Let's talk about that briefly. The risk would be the money that you invest, the risk of losing that money. What else is a risk? It's also a risk, um, the time that you put into the business. All right, you're risking. All right, it's all a risk. The materials, everything that you get, everything that you do for your business, when you start, when you sacrifice your time, it's a risk. You don't know if it's going to work or not, but nevertheless, you you pursue that business. So it's a risk. All businesses are risky. Every last one of them. Don't fool yourself. It doesn't matter. Um, it doesn't matter uh, what type of business you're starting. If you're self-employed, if it's a LLC, sole proprietorship, if it's a partnership, let's talk about that. If it's a partnership, that means there's more than one owner of the business, right? And you're taking a risk because you don't really. All right, so unless you're married to the partner, you don't really know that person, is what I'm saying. Unless you're married to that partner, you don't really know that person. So you're taking a risk. So, what are we talking about? We're talking about starting your own business. The risk involved in starting your own business, and the different things you need to consider when you're um, starting a business. I had a chance to talk with somebody today, and he was inquiring with somebody about starting a business with their company, becoming what we would consider to be a contractor, which means he wouldn't work for that company directly, but he will work for them directly. He's just not working for them as an employee. He'll be a contractor, a self-employed individual contracted to work for them and to help them accomplish their goals. What type of vision do you have? Because everybody has a vision. You know, some people have a smaller vision than others because that's where they're comfortable, right? That's where they're comfortable. But what is it that really drives a person? You know, if you can't look at, I wouldn't suggest it anyway. You can't look at the ups and downs of the business when you are in it for maybe just a few minutes. Now, look, you have to consider the ups and downs. You better be prepared, knowing that there's going to be ups and downs. But you can't let that really stop you. You're gonna make mistakes. You know, you really are. I make mistakes. I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? You're going to make mistakes. Does that mean that you give it up and you throw in the towel, excuse me? No, it doesn't mean that. Now, we're going to talk about this because our economy right now is in transition. In November, we'll have a new president. It'll either be former President Donald Trump or Vice President Kamala Harris. So both parties are saying how they really want to bring back businesses, small businesses, and really do something for the small business. And if that holds true, that would mean that whoever gets into office will open up doors for people that's interested in small business. Now, pay attention to this. You got to look at what's involved when you're ready to start a business. So you need vision, you need planning, lots of planning. All right, and you have to be determined. So you have to really make a decision that the business you're in, that's the one you want to do. Now, some people, they don't know, right? They try something because maybe they think they're good at it or whatever. You know, I went to a restaurant not long ago, last year actually, and no doubt the owner of that restaurant thought that her food was the bomb, thought it was really good. Well, I went to that restaurant, and what is small restaurant, mom and pop situation, and this is what happened. It bombed out. All right, the food that I only got one thing. I got a side order, and it was horrible. All right, so maybe that wasn't her time. All right, see, there's going to be risk. You're going to invest some money. You're going to invest your time. All right, your time is very valuable. And you're going to invest your energy, right? If you have a family, you're sacrificing time from the family, okay? So, hey, look, thank you guys for all the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Listen, I want to encourage you to do something. Spread the word. Let folks know we're here. We're right here. We are right here. All right. In a few moments, I want to talk to you about some of our really good friends. But in the meantime, I want you to do this. Share, share, share. Let people know that we are here, that we're on the air. And we love for them to be with us. Okay. We'd love for them to be with us. Okay. All right. So when you're in business, you've got to realize that even if you don't like dealing with people, you have to deal with people. Let's say you want to do a pressure washer business or lawn care business. You still got to talk to the people that you're going to cut the grass for or pressure wash. If you're going to wash their house or their sidewalk, or if it's a business, you still got to deal with people. All right. You still have to. So there's risk involved. There's focus. You must focus. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on what is entailed for that business, for that job. What's going to make that business profitable? What's going to make that business jump? What's going to make that business attractive to others? What's going to make that business work? All right, what's going to you have to realize that the risk you're taking, that restaurant, that lady invested, I'm sure, a lot of money for equipment, had to pay the light bill, and it was during the winter, so they had to have heat in the building. During the summer, they had to have air conditioning running, right? They have to buy food. You just think, how much food did she lose? Okay, and I'll tell you, I ordered some mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese, right? I love mac and cheese, and it was horrible. They scraped the bottom of the pot. What should they have done? They should have taken that pot because it was at the bottom and thrown it away. Well, let me tell you something. That was my first and last order from that restaurant. So you got to realize some people, they get into business just because their hobby was something that they enjoyed, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a hobby, sometimes hobbies make the best businesses sometimes. But what is your focus? All right, so with your focus, right, you're going to zero in on the market. Find a need, fill the gap. Find a need, fill the gap. Find the need, provide the solution, in other words. Not everybody can do that, right? But everybody has something that they enjoy. So what is it that you enjoy? You got to focus on what works. What really is there that you would do that regardless if you got paid or not, you do it because you love it just that much. When you come to that conclusion, now you're cooking. Now you're cooking. So I want to share a few things with you about being in business, something you have to really take into consideration. All right, so there's a lot of factors, a lot of things that you need to consider. And one of them is marketing. How do you get your business out to the public? All right, effective marketing strategies can promote a product or service to attract more customers and increase your business or increase your sales. All right, marketing. What are you doing to market your product? Or if it's a service, what are you doing to market yourself? You see my pen? You like that? Can you read that? Let me see. Let me bring it up close to you. National Financial Literacy Campaign. You see that? You see that? You see that? All right. I wear that pen, one of these pens, most of the time. Man, I have like one of these pens on all of my suit lapels. Okay, my suit jackets or dinner jackets, whatever you want to call them, casual jackets. I have one of these pens, and every now and then I'll have a situation. Well, I'm marketing now. Every now and then I have a situation where I have someone that's saying, "Hey, what's that? What does that stand for? What do you do?" All right. Did I open my mouth and talk to them initially? No. What happened? They read the marketing pen. This is for marketing. It's for marketing. All right. What I want to do now is we're going to come back and talk about this in a minute. But right now, I want to talk to you about one of my friends, man. These guys are really some awesome people. Davis Bosman Johnson Law, the law firm that gets great results. Their number is 912-225-1600 with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. All right. You need to check them out. Even if you just talk to them, see what they're all about. You need a will, you need a trust, whatever it is. All right. You've been in a motor accident, right? Car accident, right? Give them a holler. All right. I always recommend to people when it comes to their attorneys, call them. Get to know who they are before you commit to anything, right? But anyway, these are some really nice folks, and we just want to send a shout out to them. We appreciate what they're doing in the community, and I think you will too. I think you will too. All right. So one other, maybe another one I want to shout out to Shepherd's Gas Food Mart. Man, this is the only Black-owned gas station in Chatham County. Matter of fact, I go as far as to say between Chatham and Effingham County, because I don't know of another Black-owned gas station anywhere around. All right. So all the food markets and all that, gas stations, that type of thing, he got the same thing. Gas, food, lotto, newspapers. Okay. And a nice atmosphere. Just really nice people. So where are they located? 1302 West Gwinnett Street and Stiles Avenue. All right. So don't drive by. Stop by. All right. Remember, they're the only Black-owned gas station. Support them. Give them some business. Help them to stay in business. Prices have gone up. But recently, last week or so, it seemed like there's a price war coming down. I was at the gas station the other day, and I live too far to go where he is. But when I'm in town, I try to stop over, right? I went by this gas station, and man, it was $2.94 for regular gas. I was excited. Woo. I remember the day when I would have thought that would have been these people crazy. All right, and maybe drive around a little bit, see if I could find something cheaper. All right, but listen, anyway, they're one of our good friends. Just holler at them, say hi, all right, and let you know, and let them know that we sent you over there. So, as I was saying to you, when it comes to starting a business, you have to consider marketing is a risk, but it also helps you to focus. Now, with marketing, when you start marketing, there are rewards. There are rewards. People like what. Look, I was wearing this pin. I was in the airport, and this lady asked me what that was all about, and I told her. And just so happens to be, we live in the same state. Just so happens to be that she was considering looking for somebody to help her with her finances. What do? All antlers up, baby. I zoomed right in, zeroed right in. I focused, my focus, my focus. I focused. I focused. Okay. I focused. Had a good conversation with her. We've already met 2 times. We're going to meet a 3rd time this week. So listen, you're going to take a risk. There's always going to be risk involved, but you must keep your focus. You know, the average business doesn't really become profitable for 3 to 5 years after being in business. So when are you profitable? Well, you got your expenses, right? You have to get a business license. You may even have to get liability coverage. All right. Now, especially if you're working with people, you better get some liability coverage, right? In the insurance industry, I have an errors and omission policy, and that's worth a lot. Why? Because if I make a mistake, or if somebody just don't like what I said or something like that, and they try to sue me, boom, the errors and omissions is supposed to help protect me. Okay. So you got to think about this thing. You got to think about this. There's risk, there's focus. And you know what happened with that lady? Now, I've had 2 appointments with her. Here comes the reward if she should become one of my clients. All right. So you have to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Oh, I have a comment. I didn't even see it up there. What's the comment? Watching. Thank you, David Jackson. Thank you, David. And James, love this platform. So do I, man. You know, we reach out to as many people as we can. Do me a favor, just reach out to some of your friends. Let them know that we're here. And let's really push this thing. Let's really push it. Let's really get it out there and let people know. Okay? Let people know. So I like to help people. All right? But one of the things I want you guys to do is share, share, share. We only have 541 people watching, which is pretty good. Let's get that number up. Let's get it up to 600 to 1,000. Let's get it up. All right. Let's let the world know about financial sins. So a lot of people just, you know, they take their money, they open up a business, and they have this type of attitude. Well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Wrong attitude. If it works because you worked your business. I was listening to somebody the other day, and they were talking about being in business as an entrepreneur, and how most entrepreneurs, and really all entrepreneurs, have this issue. Most entrepreneurs have this issue. They treat their business like they're working, but they're on a job, but they're not really working their business like they're an entrepreneur. So what do I mean? They treat their business like they have the mindset that they're still an employee. Now, when you're an employee of somebody, you know what most people, employees do? They kind of don't work like, you know, like the boss wants them to, right? Most employees, They take extra breaks, extra long breaks, or they kind of fudge their time and stuff like that. All right, the mindset of some people when they're in business for themselves, it's the same thing. All right, it's the same exact thing. They kind of don't realize that you make money based on focus and risk that you take. Okay, and I want to look at some more of our comments. All right. Life is better when everyone knows and everyone is engaged. That is true. I appreciate that. That is true. That was from Oliver. Yeah. David said, "Thank you, our black media." Wow. All right, David. All right, David. Um, all right. And Samuel, our black media brings the fire. Well. I appreciate that comment. Watching from my safe space. That was Oliver. Yeah, brother. I'm in my safe space right now. Positive and inspiring. This is what we need to hear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep grinding. I certainly will, sir. I certainly will. All right. So this is a situation. This is the situation when it comes to being in business for yourself. Understand you have risk involved. Understand that. There's going to be risk. There's no way around that. Now you have to set up a brand and image. What is a brand? So a brand's image can be important, especially among students. For example, associating a brand with a fun event can help reflect those values. What are you selling? All right. How can you reach people? What is your target market? Okay. Is it students? Is it that age group? All right, because today students range all kind of ages, right? We see there's a lot of colleges offering continuing education online. And what do you have there? A bunch of older students, my age. I'm in my 60s. Okay? A bunch of older students. All right. And what are these older students doing? Some of them, or some of us, because I still go to school. I have to, every couple of years, I have to renew my license. And so I have to provide the state, I believe it's 24 hours of continuing education. I got 2 years to do that. All right. So if you have employees, there's things you need to consider. But let me go back to branding. Branding is how people know it's you, recognize you. If I sing a song, you'll know exactly which company it is. Blank, blank, blank is on your side. You know exactly which company that is. Okay? You know exactly which company that is. Okay? And I'm not pushing for any particular company, but I'm just saying the jingle stays with you. All right? Who knows which company that is? Who knows which company that is? All you guys watching, type it in the chat. Blankety blank is on your side. You know which company it is. Yeah, you all know which company it is. All right. So branding helps people identify you. It helps to distinguish you from other places. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken has their own sound. Popeye's chicken has their own sound. They both sell chicken, but the focus for each of them, their branding is different. The branding is totally different. All right. So if you have employees, that's another area of what you could focus on to help build your business. Giving employees the power to make decisions can lead to better customer service, which can in turn make customers feel valued and happy. And you want your customers to feel like you the best thing since apple pie. Yeah, you do. You want them to feel like that. You want them to think that you hold them up on a pedestal. You have to be creative. Now, yeah, you can do what others are doing, but you have to have a unique you. Something about you must be unique. Okay? Something about you. Then there's communication. Very, 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 very important. How do you communicate your business to others? We're talking about the risk, the focus, the reward of being an entrepreneur. See, whose dream are you living? When you work for somebody, you're living their dream. There's no question. You're living their dream. When you work for yourself, you're living your dream. You're an entrepreneur. Now you just have to work it, though. You see, you have to work it. So communication, positive and encouraging communication can help your team members work better together and address tensions more effectively. Listen, let me tell you something. In business, you got to deal with the small things immediately, very quickly. You got to deal with the small things. Why? The small things add up to big things. Let me give you an example. Give me one moment here. This just came to my mind. So you give me a minute as I put it together for you. Small things lead to big things, right? Isn't that what I said? So here I have one book. It's small. All right. Now, small things lead to big things. I have another book. Look, as the book, the height is now growing. Okay. Remember what I said, small things lead to book. So now, if I put another book, the pile is getting bigger, thicker. All right. Small things, both positively and negatively, leads to big things. All right. Now, here's a different size book. But guess what? It made the pile bigger. All right. And since I'm holding it in one hand, it gets a little heavier. All right. Now, small things lead to big things. All right. Now, here's another book. All right. Made the pile even bigger. All right. So I hope you got the point. Is that in business, you got to deal with small issues immediately. You can't wait forever and a day. Nope. You can't wait forever and a day. You got to deal with that thing. If you wait till it becomes a big mess, then what do you have? A big mess. You feel overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. All right. So deal with things and don't procrastinate. All right. Don't be a procrastinator. All right. Look, here's my number. You want to go into business for yourself? I'll tell you how. I hope you get yourself set up. And you know what? If you Listen, when you have your own home office, you don't have to worry about a variety of things. But once you move out of that and you have an office, say down the street and around the corner, you're on the street now, you have a brick and mortar building, you need a business license. There's different things you have to consider. You should get insurance to protect what you have inside your office in case of a break-in. You need security cameras, right? You got to make sure you have all that stuff. So there's things you have to take into consideration. There's risk involved, but you have to focus on the value of those risks. Focus on the value of those risks. All right? And the reward that the risk that you take in opening that business will give you or grant you. Okay? All right. I want to show you a few things. And I have a booklet here that I can send out to you. It's called Multi-Purpose Life Insurance for Your Multifaceted Life. You want to get this, all right? It's free. I'll send it to you or email it to you. I have another book right here. It says Live Your Possibilities. The risk, the focus, the reward. Well, those booklets are free. How do you get them? You can call me. My number is coming across the bottom of the screen. Feel free to call me. All right, what other things are involved? We talked about marketing. We talked about branding. We talked about empowering your employees, if you have employees, or empowering yourself, right? Being creative. You have to think outside of the box. You can't do what everybody else is doing. Hiring a diverse workforce can increase creativity, which can be beneficial for coming up with new ideas and strategies. So you need to like surround yourself with great thinkers, not just people who's on the same level as you are. All right, not that they wouldn't be great thinkers, but people who's up here who have achieved where you want to go. You follow what I'm saying? You want to surround yourself with people either electronically, in a book, or in person. You need to surround yourself with people who have been where you want to go. They know the nuances of the business structure, and they want to help you. They want to help you. Hey, listen, our time, man, where is time gone? It's really flying by. Okay? It's really flying by. Hey, I want to point this out to you. You could join our Black media as we team up with Hot 2100 Radio in Atlanta, Georgia. You can listen in for free at www.hot2100.com. All right? Just check it out. Just check it out. Man, these are just some of our friends, and it's good to encourage them to be in business for themselves, to do what's going to help them. Man, I've got to make it to this place, Kim's Cafe and Restaurant, 714 Martin Luther King Boulevard, Savannah, Georgia. Great food, great atmosphere, soul food cooked like your mama made it. All right, they're open Tuesday through Sunday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I think, we might be able to go there Saturday. Today's Friday. Yeah, I think I want to treat my wife to something. So anyway, you ought to check them out. Just check them out. Okay? Check them out. Check them out. So what you guys do, what do? You work for somebody you um, you work for yourself. It's either one or you don't work. It's one of those three. You either work for somebody, you work for yourself, or you don't work. Now, there's several reasons why a person might not work, right? They may be retired. They just want to enjoy the ambiance of retirement, or maybe they have a medical issue. Who knows? Maybe they just haven't been able to find a job. Now, there's jobs out there if that's what you want, but you can always start your own business. You just have to consider the risks that are involved. You have to be focused, and when you learn how to deal with the risk and you keep your focus, you will reap your reward, your profit, your profits. Okay. What else do you need to look at when you're in business? Continuously improving. Continuously improving. You want to improve your business. You don't want it to go backwards. Oh, no, you don't want that. You want to improve your business, right? So a development strategy can focus on continuous improvement that can help keep a business ahead of the curve. This can include optimal budget planning and partnership relations with customers. You never seen partnership? Yeah. Have you ever filled out a survey? Partnership relationship. Have you ever filled out a card that said, hey, help us improve our service? What type of things would you like to see us do next? That's partnering. You're going to partner with your customers. That's getting your customers involved. You may not even follow any of their advice, but the fact that you ask makes all the difference in the world. All right. Something else about being self-employed, being an entrepreneur: job security, baby. Job security. If you work your business, you have to have a system. I thank God for the company that I'm with, in the insurance industry. I'm an independent contractor. But I thank God our coach has a system in place. He developed a system, all right, that makes it easy for us to achieve our goals, our dreams, our financial goals, whatever it may be. All right. He has something in place, which is extremely, extremely important. All right. You have to sell your vision, man. You have to sell your vision. Successful entrepreneurs are often good at selling their visions to vendors, partners, landlords, investors, employees, and so forth and so on. You have to. All right. So I'm going to repeat these 7 or 8 things over for those that may want to write them down. Marketing, brand image or branding, empowered employees. All right. So that's marketing, branding, empowering your employees, creativity, communication, continuous improvements. You should always, man, I can't say enough about that. You should always, but always work on improvements, self-improvement, business improvement. If you work on yourself will improve your business. Okay? I can't say it any other way. I don't know any other way to say it. All right. when it comes to vision, see, you're selling your vision. You're helping customers or clients see your vision. All right, you're waiting for them. You're waiting for them. See your vision. You're going to help them. So you're in a people person business, or you're an employer and you're hiring people. You're hiring people. What happens when you hire people? You want them to catch the vision of that company, whatever company you might have. You want people to see what you see. You need to write this down. You cannot go anywhere that you cannot see. All right, let me say that again. You cannot go anywhere that you cannot see. It's plain and simple. You want to go somewhere, you got to be able to see where you're going. Okay? So sell your vision. Successful entrepreneurs are often good at selling their vision. Selling their vision to vendors, partners, landlords, investors, employees, other business owners. It's your vision, baby. What you going to do with it? What you going to do? All right, so if you want to know more about financial literacy, I want to invite you to our workshops. They're free of charge. Free of charge. All right? They're held every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., 8 p.m., and 10 p.m. You see the link at the top, www.worldsystembuilder.com/WS-US or -USA. Either way, you'll get there. All right. And you could check out the workshops. We have free financial literacy workshops online. Excuse me. You pick and choose which workshop you want to go to. Now, if you decide to partner with us and we go into business together, you are still an independent contractor. But if you want to know more about that, how you could do this, then you want to call me. All right, you want to reach out to me. But I want to make sure you get all the information that I believe you're going to need. All right, so worldsystembuilder.com/UWS-USA. That is where you go to register. It's going to show you the link for the workshops, which workshops we have going on. And you have a chance to check that out. All right. If you have a situation where you need help, hey, I can't figure out how to do this. Well, my information is scrolling at the bottom. And let me put it right here in front of you. Oops, wrong place. Hold on, there we go. Bam! Right there. Okay? Bam, 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 bam. It's time.murray@gmail.com. You can email me or you can call me direct. 912-704-7044. If you want to know about financial literacy, if you want to know how to implement this into your business, get your business up with a shout, man. You know, you can do it. You can do this. Whatever it is that you have wanted to do as a business person, you could do it. You just have to make up your mind to do it. All right. Well, listen, my name is Anthony Murray. Our time is up. We're going to be cutting out of here. But before we go, I want to invite you to do something. I want to invite you to share this link with all of your friends. All right, maybe not all of them, just a couple, 2 or 3. All right, or 3 or 4. Just invite, 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 and invite. My name is Anthony Murray. It was a blessing to be with you today. Remember, no reward if there's no risk. No reward if there's no focus. You've got to focus. You've got to focus. Hey, look, I enjoyed you guys today. Thank you guys, all you guys, for being here today. Wow. I mean, just a whole bunch of thumbs up. A lot of people came online and said something to us, so we really appreciate you. Well, look, we'll see you guys next time, okay? Talk to you again. Bye-bye. Oops. Let's get this right.
Like this.